You can hear the cracker sounds, of course. It's Diwali, man. Hello, guys. Firstly, a very happy Diwali to all of you. Well, we celebrate Diwali to commemorate the winning of good over evil, and but also it commemorates the unequivocal love between Lord Rama and Ma Sita. It's a beautiful relationship between Lord Rama and Ma Sita, and always they are the typical couple goals you can ever set in an ancient country like India. So, in today's video, as related to the books, I have come up with an idea of showing you some of the books which has the characters or the protagonists who give us couple goals. I am also being accompanied by my fellow booktuber friend Sai Lakshmanan, whom I have interviewed way back. So he has showed up and he has got a basic recommendation too. So without further delay, let's dive into the video. So the first book which I have is A Sealed Woman's Gift by Sally Magnuson. The protagonists of this book are Olafur and Asta. The story is all about the Icelandic invasion by the Turks. So the Turks have basically invaded the island and thereby they have got these couple as slaves into Algiers. It's in the north of Africa. So they are being separated over there, and after a decade-long gap, they meet again. Each and every line of this book resembles the unmatched love between Olafur and Asta, where Olafur always imagines Asta to be somewhere of the corner of this world, just alive. And Asta somewhere feels that Olafur is still alive and she needs to be surviving just for Olafur. And she also is accompanied by her children, but even her children are being separated from her. So, in spite of being alone in a foreign land, Asta still keeps her faith in her religion, but also she still keeps her faith on her husband, that is Olafur. I really loved the whole vibe of this book. It was tragic, I know that, but also it has many emotions. Despite being a long story, Sally Magnuson has done a wonderful job in compiling all the emotional points of this book. So this is the first book I've got as a recommendation. The second book, which I have probably told about a million times in my videos past, and that was The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. The protagonists are Ashima and Ashok. They are just the unmatched people. Okay, it was quite hard for me to find one such couple in the world of books who can actually match the whole vibe of Ashima and Ashok. This pair is best beyond. They have understanding, they have a love, they have competence, they complement each other and they complete each other. I really love the importance that Ashok gives value to the decisions taken by Ashima. Well, the book is set in the later part of the 20th century, and Ashima basically is from a very corner part of West Bengal. So I loved that the parents of both Ashima and Ashok, and even Ashok and Ashima themselves, are having very progressive thoughts, and they complement each other. They give strength towards each other, but also they criticize any wrong decision or wrong move taken by their partner. Having such great couple in a book set, especially in the later part of 20th century, was something I loved the most. And I really need to appreciate Jhumpa Lahiri to be just getting the Indian vibe in a book which is set in United States of America.
Hey guys, I'm Sai from the Book Dragon, and first of all, I want to thank Achyut for including me inside this collaboration. I've actually made another collaboration with him before, and it was really amazing. So for this video, I want to talk about two of my favorite couples. I was supposed to just talk about one, but I want to include two here because one is my recent favorite and the other one is my favorite from even years back. And I want to talk about the old one first, and it is David and Jenya from the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. The thing about David and Jenya in this book is that they are of totally different professions, and the powers that they have are also totally unrelated to each other, but the way in which they understand each other and complement each other is the thing which just makes them a really good pair. And the things that happen between them as well as individually to both of them are things that just give their characters so much depth. So I just love both of them very much. And the other pair is a very recent favorite of mine, and they are January and Augustus from Beach Street by Emily Henry. In this one we follow January and Augustus, just as I said before, and both of them are authors. January is actually a romance author and Augustus is a literary fiction author. There is this writer's block which both of them are dealing with, and And because of various things that happen, like 80 to 100 pages into the book, they end up challenging each other to write a book from the other genre. That is, Janani is going to write a literary fiction novel and Augustus is going to write a romance novel. While they are in this bet, they end up conducting workshops for each other because they are not that much aware of writing in that particular genre. And because of that, various things about each other's lives get revealed and they start falling for each other. It is a very well written book, and I'm sure that though it's just a normal contemporary romance, it has a lot of layers put into it because of the things that both the characters represent and have been through. So yeah, as of now, Beach Read and the Shadow and Bone trilogy are definitely two of my favorite books that have really good pairings, and I'm sure that I will love them for the rest of my life also.
And the next book I have, and that is The Keeper of the Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. The review of this book will be soon dropping on my channel, but this is a quite peculiar sort of book, hence I have put it in the last. The main characters or the protagonist is Anthony Perdue and Teresa. Unfortunately, they are not a couple in this book. They are just eternal star-crossed lovers, and Teresa supposedly was the fiancée of Anthony, but due to a tragic accident, she dies, and Anthony just lives his rest of his life in grief of losing Teresa. So he tries to collect all the things, the lost things or small things in the life, such as a pen, such as a umbrella, or something, a keychain, something or the other thing else. So Anthony has got a great grief in his life, and he just cannot replace the place of Teresa with any other person in his life. I love how Ruth Hogan tries to concentrate more upon the emotional quotient of the book with varying timelines also. And I am in special love with the whole sequence of the events, because even Laura, the main character of this book, also keeps up with the pace of Anthony, and she basically tries to absorb the emotion Anthony has towards his wife, that is Teresa. So it's quite rare to find such an adorable pair who just remain forever loyal towards yourself, and such a partner for whom you probably cannot think of any other life without. So these were the 3 book recommendations I came up with, and I am so glad that Sai also showed up into this video and he kind of shared one of his recommendation. I hope you love this, and just letting you all know that the partners need to be complementing with each other, and a great celebration of such a beautiful marriage is between Lord Rama and Ma Sita, and that is this Diwali. So wishing you all a very happy and healthy and a safe Diwali. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.